Colonel James Utmeyer is proposing a new site in the Everglades to hold immigrants, Alligator Alcatraz. He wants a temporary detention facility built at the Miami-Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport.
Well, it is happening. Florida's Attorney General says that construction has begun on a new controversial migrant detention facility in the Everglades.
The Florida AG says that he is confident that Alligator Alcatraz could be up and running as early as July.
This aerial view shows crews who are apparently working on the new migrant detention facility in the Florida Everglades.
I'm out here. My family's out here. More tribal villages are out here.
Betty Osceola is a member of the Miccosukee Tribe of Indians of Florida. She lives about 3 miles away from what will soon be Alligator Alcatraz. She says Alligator Alcatraz isn't just surrounded by wildlife, it's also surrounded by indigenous land. Native tribes use it to collect herbs from the environment, to fish, and for water. She's also upset because the entrance to the future detention center is right next to ceremonial grounds.
Today, the organization Friends of the Everglades filed a lawsuit against ICE, DHS, FDEM, and Miami-Dade County.
It was intended to be a wildlife preserve and a national park for people to explore, not an immigration detention center.
Another demonstration over ICE. This one near the so-called Alligator Alcatraz being built in the Everglades.
They're about to spill blood all over here. And it's horrible.
President Donald Trump walking out of Air Force One after landing in the middle of the Everglades, greeted by Governor Ron DeSantis.
It's a model going forward, Mr. President. It can be. I mean, you don't always have land so beautiful and so secure.
Already reports of flooding inside the facility, despite what the head of Florida's emergency management said yesterday. Today, a spokesperson for the Florida's emergency management told us vendors went back and tightened any seams at the base of the structures that allowed water intrusion during the heavy storm, which they say was minimal.
Overnight construction workers placing a sign up outside of the now so-called Alligator Alcatraz.
We have seen some vans coming in and out of this detention center throughout the night.
No water to bathe, he says. It's been 4 days since he showered. 400 people he believes are inside the facility. Only gets fed once a day, he says, and some of the food had worms. Detention center lights are on 24/7.
This is county-owned facility. It is actually a training airport that is part of our aviation system. And so as landlord and on behalf of our residents, I need to have my own tour.
No, we should not make fun of other people's misery.
The Archbishop says the nickname Alligator Alcatraz is crass and demeaning in itself.
Democratic lawmakers were given the opportunity to tour the so-called Alligator Alcatraz Saturday.
Every Floridian should be ashamed that our taxpayer money is being used to put people in these cages.
Fernando Artese, with plans to self-deport, but was arrested last month for driving on a suspended license. Now he's at the detention facility in the Everglades. Carla is his daughter.
By the end of the year, Max leave the country and go out through California and then go to Mexico and then go to Argentina because my parents are originally from Argentina.
Yanesi Fernandez says her son, Michael Borrego, was taken to HCA Kendall, where he underwent surgery last week. But she was never told he was there. And now he's back at the so-called Everglades Alcatraz, where she says he's not getting the right medical attention. Her son's immigration attorney has tried several times, waited hours outside the facility only to be denied access. Borrego is now one of the plaintiffs listed in the newly filed lawsuit against the Secretary of Homeland Security. They're also suing the governor. This is the list of emergency calls from Collier County to the so-called Alligator Alcatraz. 34 calls, an average of 2 per day, and just 2, according to records, were medical calls. 4, what they call special contract calls. Another 4 labeled as legal advice calls. But most of the list is a category labeled unknown problem.